What's up, guys? T-Man here, and welcome back to another episode of Chase the Championship. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus lately. I've been a little bit sick, but just gonna start right back up again, right where we left off, and get some more battle spot out. Hopefully some more stuff soon, but we'll see. I do want to take a little time to just appreciate a lot of the really good content we've gotten out from other kind of creators lately, namely being like Marcus and Wolf right now. The amount of time they've been putting into Twitch lately, along with people like Joshua Lorisi, has been absolutely fantastic. So I'll probably show some links in the description to their Twitters so you can know when they're streaming. But I definitely recommend you guys watching them. They're doing a fantastic job lately, and it's always something that I like to see as somebody who likes to see the the competitive scene grow a little bit. So we're gonna get a team on screen of Garchomp, Marowak, Celesteela, Tapu Lele, Gastrodon, and Lilligant. So as we see, I switched up teams a little bit. We're using something pretty standard. We're using AFK. Of course, there's a Persian there, which is maybe not the most standard, but it's a pretty cool mon. Persian has, the parting shot, which is really, really cool. It's not the Z parting shot, which is something else I like, but I choose to use the Grandium Z and the Garchomp almost every game that I can, so having that is pretty useful. So I think for this matchup, I probably want Garchomp, I probably want Persian. I'm going to need a way to deal with that Tapu Lele. I can always just Tech Rage it, but I might want to save that for something like the Marowak. I don't think I need my Vikavolt here to deal with the Celesteela, since I do have my Arcanine. My Arcanine is the Choice Banded set, so I will be able to do a lot of damage to that Celesteela. Yeah, I mean, a lot of what I like in this team is the fact that Persian allows you to set up some of your other mons, like your Tapu Fini and your Garchomp. I have Swords Dance on the Garchomp, I have Calm Mind on the Tapu Fini. You can even get some turns with String Shot off of the Vikavolt, which is pretty cool. So having all the options you can do with Persian, just being able to, kind of set the field, set the pace is pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to get Tapu Lele and Garchomp against Garchomp Persian. Alright, so the big question is, what's the Tapu Lele item? If it's Scarf, we have a bit of a problem. Huh. Alright. So I think what I want to do is probably Protect. And I can either switch like a Parting Shot. I think I want a Parting Shot off of the Tapu Lele. I don't want to give that like a free turn to just get damage off. So let's see what the item is. Okay, so it's not Scarf. That's good. So with the Parting Shot out, we'll get a free switch into something. I think I like the Arcanine in this scenario. I think it's very unlikely that I would have gone for a Tech Rage into the Persian slot. Probably either a Moonblast or a Dazzle into that slot. Yeah, I'm going to bring an Arcanine. I want to get the Intimidate down onto the Garchomp. And of course, my Arcanine also throws into the opposing Tapu Lele, since I am the Choice Banded set. Let's see what it decided to go for, though. I could have brought in Kartana. I'd be taking a lot of damage on the switch from whatever he decided to target that slot with. Okay, so the Dragon Claw there, and a Moonblast into the Persian slot, so that's definitely a turn I'm fine with. Special attack drop won't matter. So I think what I want to do is probably go for Tech Rage into the opposing Garchomp. Looking at his team, he has the Gastrodon, he has the... his phone. But he has the Gastrodon, he has the Marowak. I think that I can take care of the Gastrodon with my own Kartana on the back there. So I think I'm going to I can pretty safely go for a Tech Rage into the opposing Garchomp and just go for a Flare Blitz into the Lele. Yeah, Flare Blitz should be doing a really, really good amount of damage to the Tapu Lele. If it even stays in, after the Parting Shot, it's not really going to be doing that much damage. Yeah, I I don't think I needed to conserve Tech Rage this game. At the very least, I might have wanted to save it for the Marowak, but I do still have Persian, and Persian does like 75% with foul play just because of Marowak's high base attack after the the Fit Club. Protect from the Lele is fine. Okay, I did win the speed tie. That's the other thing. He could have gone for Tech Rage this turn into my Arcanine, which could have been really bad. But yeah, we won the speed tie, so we'll get the Tech Rage off, and this should be able to pick up an out. Garchomp. No, he's bulky. Okay. Let's get he's actually slower than mine, and he's gonna go for the Earthquake. Okay. That's actually pretty good to know. I should live this easily. Maybe that. Maybe not that easily. That was actually a lot of damage. Alright. Well, let's definitely add him a Garchomp, I know that much. I'm trying to think, since my Arcanine's my only way to do with the Celesteela, if he does have that, so I actually might want to just, like, conserve Arcanine. I can go for something like a Swords Dance and a switch to Persian. You know, I'm gonna switch to Persian, but I want to protect. Let's see if I got that off. Because what that allowed me to do is, just foul play the Garchomp next turn, and then go for a Swords Dance. Because I'm pretty sure I can get a Swords Dance off in this situation, so I can potentially KO the Tapu Lele with Poison Jab. But I was pretty sure that I needed to not get doubled. Yeah, so we see the Moonblast go into the Garchomp, so that's fine. That's good. My other play potentially is to go for a foul play and a Poison Jab into the Tapu Lele. I think that's a pretty good shot to pick up a knockout there. Depends on the bulk on the Tapu Lele, depends on the item as well. After a parting shot, I should be relatively safe from an attack from the Tapu Lele. I think I'll go for the Poison Jab into the Lele and go for the foul play into the Garchomp, just to make sure I get that off the field. Just have to think about where the damage is going to be coming from. And Lele will be going for Protect, so foul play should pick up the knockout here on the Garchomp. Let's see if the Intimidate stops that. No. Okay, good. Yeah, the Garchomp was at -1 from Intimidate, but we're able to pick that up, which is nice. Looks like he was probably going for another Protect Earthquake, I assume. Get the potential chip damage that he needs since he's at -1 with Lele. But, yeah, he'll bring the Celesteela, and like I said, I have my Arcanine in the back to deal with that. I just have to target down the Lele slot now, make sure I take that off the field. Lele is at -1 special attack, and it's just protected, so I'm fairly certain that it has to switch out. Is there anything I could try and catch on a switch here? I mean, just the Marowak could get foul play, so that would be just a Poison Jab foul play anyways. I guess the only thing that I wouldn't want to see here on a switch on the Lele slot would be a Gastrodon switching, because that means I have to start working Kartana in. But I still think we'd end up being in a pretty good spot. He just stays in though with the Lele, so that works. Foul play actually going to be doing a little bit less damage because it is also at, I believe, -2 attack now. But Poison Jab able to pick up the knockout, so that's good. So I'm still actually going for the Toxic, so that's not something we see every day. Still just means I need to get Arcanine in safely, and I should be able to deal with the Celesteela pretty easily. Now, what is the last Mon here? It will be the Lilligant. Okay. So, I think I just go for a Poison Jab and probably a taunt into the Celesteela, since I just need to knock out the Lilligant and then bring in Arcanine, and the game should be over there. I'll get the taunt down the Celesteela just in case the Lilligant decides to protect this turn, just to stop the Celesteela from doing more Celesteela things. Poison Jab I'm expecting to do around like 50-60%. A little bit more than that, like 75. And what item is that? Citrus? Yeah. So Lilligant goes for the Sleep Powder that will target down the Garchomp. That's fine. I just need to get Kartana in pretty safely here. Do I think I have to switch Garchomp or just stay in? I'm gonna just like buy out my sleep turns and start taunting away at things, since I do have the Aguav Berry on the Persian, so I should be on the field for a few turns with that. Any knockouts that he'd be able to take anyways will just get Kartana in sooner. And I didn't think he could knock me out this turn. Huh. Giga Drain changes things though. He's gonna go for Heavy Slam, likely into the Garchomp. And let's see which Beast Boost he gets. That's the one I didn't want to see. Okay. Most definitely the one I did not want to see. Alright, alright. So we bring in Kartana, we could just go for Foul Play and Smart Strike into the Lilligant. Depending on what the Celesteela does, I might want to KO my own Persian later. I just want to deny him another Beast Boost, and, you know, if I get the Beast Boost from my own Kartana, that just speeds up the damage on the Celesteela. Sacred Sword also ignoring the defense boosts that Celesteela gets is pretty cool. But I'm still just in the position where if I just knock out the Lilligant, I have the game locked up. And Smart Strike is able to pick up the knockout, so I think we should be pretty safe here. Maybe like a Flamethrower burn, but he doesn't even have Flamethrower, so that is good. Yeah, here I just go for the Sacred Sword and a taunt most likely. I just don't want the Celesteela to do anything that could catch me off guard. I guess the only thing that really could would be like a Flame Charge. Alright, and he is Leaf Seed, so yeah, if you were to go for something like Flame Charge into Kartana, and then just like, you know, outspeed the Arcanine when I brought it in, that could be pretty annoying, but we're gonna get the Arcanine in here, we just go for Choice Band Flare Blitz, and that should be able to pick up a knockout from this range easily. Plus we get the Sacred Sword damage off with Kartana, so pretty safe end game here. Yeah, it was just a little bit scary earlier on because I didn't realize how much the Garchomp would be doing to my Arcanine at -1, but I am not a bulky Arcanine, so probably should have expected to do around the damage that I took. Maybe not quite as much, but yeah, I took quite a number from it. Right. Flare Blitz picks up a knockout, so that'll be game 1 here. Now, in between games here, I just want to talk about the PGL standings, since we did get the, you know, the Pokemon user statistics very, very recently, and those are up now, and they have some pretty interesting, you know, results that were revealed. Stuff like Arcanine being number 1, I'm pretty sure most of us thought Arcanine was up there in the top, you know, top 5 probably, but seeing it number 1 was kind of surprising to me and a few others. The other thing was that Nihilego was actually able to creep into the top 12, I think it's 12th, which was very surprising. It's ahead of a bunch of other big name Pokemon that necessarily didn't expect to see that high up. So if you guys haven't seen those yet, I definitely recommend looking at the usage statistics, since that'll give you a good idea for what you're going to be seeing here on Battle Spot as we get into the next season. And we're going to get a team of Porygon 2, Hariyama, Tapu Koko, Gastrodon, Drampa, and Garchomp. So this seems like a very good game for Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini's able to kind of just Calm Mind a few times, and I should be able to sweep through most of this team. So I think the goal here is just to probably take out the Tapu Koko and just win the game with Tapu Fini. How I want to do that, I'm not sure yet. I think I might want to just lead Fini and maybe lead Persian with it. And, you know, stop the Trick Room mode from happening, since we do have Fake Out, we do have Taunt on the Persian. All options I can use to stop Trick Room from going up. And then, in the end, it'll just be about stopping the Tapu Koko, which I have a few things I can do to stop that. I have Tech Rage on Garchomp, I can just take it out right away. We have the Kartana that can do damage to it, and then the Arcanine can pick up knockouts as long as I get chip damage, since I have Choice Band at Extreme Speed. So just picking up knockouts on the Tapu Koko I think is pretty important for this matchup, and I think Fini can do that pretty well. So let's bring Persian, let's bring Fini. I think I want to bring Garchomp and Kartana specifically because I want to deal with the Gastrodon a little bit better. But Arcanine seems kind of wanted. I wanted to bring Arcanine just so I could Extreme Speed the Tapu Koko. That gives me a little bit of an easier out to dealing with it, but it's not like a very safe out to begin with, since, you know, 4 HP Arcanine takes a lot of damage from Tapu Koko, so it's not the safest one to bring to the matchup. It doesn't really have a good matchup against anything except for the Tapu Koko, which it doesn't even have that good of a matchup to begin with. So yeah, we're just going to see the P2 and the Hariyama. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and go right for a Fake Out onto the Porygon 2, and we'll go for the Calm Mind here. There's a few things that he could do here. He could just close combat the Persian. He could also just fake out Tapu Fini. The thing about faking out the Persian is the close combating the Persian rather, is I don't think he knocks me out depending on his item. I mean, I'm assuming this is probably Guts, based on the team. But Persian does have the Fur Coat ability, which means we take half damage from physical moves, so let's see if that comes into play. But now he's just going to go for Fake Out into the Persian, actually. Wow. Okay, so that's just a free Calm Mind, and I'll happily take that. That just means I just get to taunt the Porygon 2, and I can go for either a Moonblast into the Hariyama, or I can go for another Calm Mind. I think Moonblast is definitely the safer play, but getting multiple Calm Minds up means it's a lot easier to deal with the Tapu Koko. I'm gonna go for the Moonblast, and we'll go for the Taunt. Yeah, stopping Trick Room from going up was the top priority, so I had to go for Taunt there, and I think Moonblast is the correct play here. I will get the knockout on the Hariyama, which I was expecting. The only Hariyama I probably wouldn't have knocked out is Calm Mind. Or Assault Vest. But let's see if it brings on the Tapu Koko here, because that's really what I'm afraid of. It's actually just going to be the Gastrodon though, so I think what I'll do is I'll just get the Calm Mind up here again and just go for a Taunt into the Gastrodon here. He has the opportunity to potentially, you know, switch out and maybe go for a Toxic here. And we're going to see the Drampa come in. So no Tapu Koko, so I think our Fini is pretty safe here, especially if we can keep it away from stuff like Toxics. Obviously, he'd have to stall at Misty Trained in order to go for that, but just stopping the Gastrodon and the Porygon 2 from doing stuff in general is good. He's going to go for Scald and for Persian. It'll be doing a little bit of damage, but not too much. And I'm not actually afraid of Calm Minding anymore since I know there's no Tapu Koko on the back. So I'm just going to go for a Moonblast and a Parting Shot onto the Gastrodon, which is relatively safe. He'll have that Porygon 2 in the back after I take the knockout on the Drampa here, which I assume I'll do, unless it's like Focus Sash, which I doubt. We'll bring in the... I want to bring in the Kartana to deal with the Gastrodon, but I think I'm actually going to just bring in the Garchomp since the thing I don't want to happen now is Trick Room to go up. So I just go for Tech Rage into the P2 when it comes back in, and I'll double it with Moonblast and Tech Rage. So I think that's a really safe way to end the game, as long as he didn't Ice Beam into the Garchomp here, which he didn't. Okay. So now we just have a relatively safe play of doubling into the P2 with Tech Rage and Moonblast, and we should be able to pick up a knockout there. But yeah, this is just one of the more standard archetypes in the format, AFK with Garchomp, and I think that Persian does a really good job at, you know, securing a lot of the win cons that you have to set up, since there's a lot of setting up with the team through either Swords Dance or Calm Mind, at least in the way that I play the team. So having Persian to be able to, you know, get the Fake Out off, you get Taunt off to make sure the Trick Room doesn't go up. And then, you know, Parting Shot helps beat the more offensive answers to the team. Since a lot of people were looking at things like Nihilego, I know I used Salazzle to try and beat this AFK core. And, like, the main way that you're able to do that is just to Parting Shot off of the offensive threats to you and, you know, go back into other slots. But, he's actually just going to go for Ice Beam and actually live the Moonblast. Okay. So it might not be that cut and dry. He's definitely going to go for an Ice Beam. He could also go for a Toxic if he has it. I want to start stalling out Trick Room now. That was a bit of a miscalculation by my end, because I was really certain that +2 Moonblast would be able to, but he is just going to go for the Toxic, so I'm assuming this is just Toxic and a recover here. Yeah, okay. So, how am I beating this Porygon 2 now? Okay, new question. Can I KO from this range with Moonblast? If I can, then I just win, because I have Kartana in the back. So I'm going to Fake Out, and I'll go for Moonblast into the P2. I could have gone for something like Fake Out and another Calm Mind and just start Calm Minding to the point where I can definitely take out the P2, but I think I should be able to do it from here. And then Kartana will just be able to beat the Gastrodon, so I just need to stall out Trick Room as soon as I take out the P2 here. And Moonblast. Let's see how much this does. Yeah, that'll be enough to pick up a knockout, so that's fine. We're in a good spot now. Yeah, based off of the first one, I brought it down to like maybe 48%, and then I Moonblasted and it lived with like 5, so it was pretty reasonable. Expected the next Calm Mind boost would get us in that range. Alright, so I'm just gonna stall a Trick Room here. I can cycle in Garchomp and stuff. So, should be no problems here. I'll actually just go for the Parting Shot. since you shouldn't be able to take out Persian regardless. I'll be Skull, that'll activate my Guava Berry, which is perfect. And this is actually just, you know, baiting him to, you know, forfeit as soon as you bring in Kartana. I actually think I was just bringing Kartana, just to, like, let him know that I have it, know that he could stop, he could just click the run button, just be done. Just let him know. But yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things about this team. Is some of the games can get very, very grindy with stuff like Combine Top Buffini, and you can force their damage output to be pretty bad after a bunch of parting shots and intimidates. So. Alright, yeah, he'll just go for a Scald with the Kartana. Even with Burn, I'd be able to win from here. The only thing he could have done is gone for an Ice Beam. But we'll go for the Moonblast here. Shouldn't be able to pick up a knockout, but okay. Okay, almost. We were close. What do we get? Which berry? Citrus. Man, none of these people are running like the cool berries like Wiki and Iapapa. I don't like Astronaut at all, but a lot of situations I think that Wiki and Iapapa and a Guava are just a lot safer than, or not safer. Citrus is always going to be safer, but you know, a lot more potent. I think they're used in more situations and just are more beneficial to most matchups. But thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys next time with another episode of Chase the Championship. I am T-Man, and thank you very much, guys, for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, I'll be leaving links to the Twitters that I mentioned before, since they're all doing such a great job of streaming, and I definitely appreciate you guys if you can go check them out, since they're doing such an amazing job. Also start plugging Trader Tower, since they're doing such a good job with all their coverage of the recent metagame analysis and all the tournaments that have been going on, including the Melbourne Winter Chip Challenge. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.